What if you got hurt or arrested?
Mom, it's a rally, not a riot.
I don't know where she gets her stubbornness.
Can't imagine.
It was before Ruth became notorious RPG, before she's a woman finding her way in the world. And I think, a lot of people turn Ruth into a superhero, and there's something really wonderful about seeing her as a person.
Well, it's fascinating, isn't it? Kind of understanding how someone becomes the person they are, and what was it that happened in their life to create the icon that we so love.
It's important to see the genesis story of anyone who reaches sort of superhero or pop icon status like Ruth has.
She was this incredibly sharp knife in the drawer that was just sort of left on the counter for a very long time, which is sort of very bittersweet to think of what she could have done in those years.
Marty and Ruth were so much ahead of their time. I feel it's the norm now that men and women share the domestic responsibilities 50-50. I mean, or at least it should be.
For my wife and I, Ruth and Marty were, very consciously, we were like, let's have a marriage like their marriage. They took care of each other, they helped each other. Marty did all the cooking because Ruth was a terrible cook.
This was at a time when men didn't cook or clean or take care of the house. That just wasn't the done thing. But he recognized that what his wife was doing was so important that he wanted to support her.
They just had such mutual respect for each other. They, people seem sometimes quite surprised. They're like, oh, it seems so unusual, but it's just a genuine love story of two people who were there for each other.
Ruth Bader Ginsburg changed the world, but she did it by convincing the people who disagreed with her to agree with her, not by destroying the people who disagreed with her. I hope the movie stands as a reminder that we can get back to that as a country.
If you'd ask Daniel, he would say that, one of the things she was most concerned about the film was that the law being described was correct.
If you want to see the private life of Ruth Bader Ginsburg and see how she became the woman that she is today, this is the genesis story for you to see.
She was involved in every version of the script. She also, I think, feels how important it is to put this story into the world, because the more people see it, the more people can understand what she was arguing for, and the more equality can be achieved.
The word woman does not appear even once in the U.S. Constitution.
Nor does the word freedom, Your Honor.
Here comes the change.